Yo, the 7 and the 6, they got the police running scared in Trinidad. Yo, I never seen nothing like this, man. Yo, the police, they hide, they running and hiding and taking off the lights in the police station.
Police officers whose job it is to protect us and to secure us in some districts at night are so afraid of the criminals that they close the police station door, turn off the light, and be inside there hoping that the criminals don't come at them.
This ain't coming from me, this coming from the Prime Minister. Check it out. Here we go.
With the state of emergency scheduled by law to expire at midnight, the government through the parliament came seeking a 3-month extension.
It is too early, Madam Speaker, to say that it has been successful, so we close the door after 15 days. We believe that we put our officers out there to do more.
But before the debate on the extension was a motion to accept the President's declaration for the basis of the SOE.
The state of emergency, like we already know, you know what I mean? The police can't handle it, so they had to call in the military for help, you know what I mean? And the military, they trying to round up the youth, man, you feel me? And it's from what the Prime Minister saying, it ain't helping. So they done had a little temporary thing, you know what I mean? Now they trying to expand it. They trying to expand it, but it, you know, man, listen, man. The man in Trinidad, them some real saga boy. Some real bad man, you hear me? Watch this.
Before the debate on the extension was a motion to accept the President's declaration for the basis of the SOE. And the Prime Minister started that debate lamenting that no matter how much money or resources the state has pumped into crime-fighting tactics, current and past governments have not been able to suppress murders.
I know there are some people who believe that this is easy to get rid of. But
this is a state of emergency. Yo, the Prime Minister feel, it sound like he fed up, like he damn near feel helpless. He don't know what to do today. It's like he said the cancer spreading. He said if it was easy, you know, they would have been deal with it, but they can't deal with it. And you know what I mean? Yo, that's think of the people now that living on the ground. Think all the people that's living out there that gotta live under these conditions, yeah? Man, listen, man, something gotta change. And to that panty man will say, oh, mind your own business, stick to America. Let me tell you something, Dread. I from Bella Road, Shine Lane, Dread. Belmont, you feel me? My mother from Laventire family in Duke Street, Beetham Garden, Dread. But yeah, man, look, man, you have to know you're talking about, Dread. Understand? So this is my business.
Dr. Rowley said even law enforcement officers are using the police stations to hide from criminals.
police officers whose job it is to protect us and to secure us in some districts at night are so afraid of the criminals that they close the police station door, turn off the lights, and be inside there hoping.
Yo, the man said the police in there, yo. They close the door. They're in the police station hiding. They close the door. They take off the lights and they pray the boogeyman don't come get them. You feel me? Yo, man, Trinidad, look, man. I don't know what the answer is, right? But only thing I can say to my brethren out there in Trinidad is, yo, to my brothers out there, that's the 7. I'ma say it again. The 6 is not your problem. To my brethren out there that represent the 6, the 7 ain't your problem. The alien ain't your problem. The problem is the corruption at the top. You feel me? So don't let them pull the strings and have all you fighting one another and thing like that. You feel me? Like Eric William, he gonna turn over in his grave right now if he know what the state of Trinidad is, man. Oh, you have to, man, come on, Dread. Man, come on, man. Come on.
The government maintained that the rationale for the SOE is clearly outlined in the President's proclamation in December and threats of reprisal gang attacks with the use of high-powered rifles. But the opposition leader was having none of it.
Buff the criminals, buff the law enforcement officers, buff the customs officers, buff everybody, but do not take responsibility.
Now that's deep. So, you know what I mean? What the opposition saying is, yo, you could blame everybody, blame the police, blame everybody, but really it's your responsibility to get it right. And if you can't get it right, man, step aside and let a real, you know what I mean, give somebody else a shot. Now, I don't know who right and who wrong, because truth be told, yeah, I live in the United States, but Trinidad is still my home. Dread, we are land right now. Mockshine Lane, Bella Road, but we can't even go back to. My family on the land, and the bandit them take over the land, Dread. Well, I go out there and get them a piece of paper and say, hey man, this is my land now. But that man, them have fireworks, you feel me? Yeah. And if you don't know, this ain't just a Trini problem, you know. Because what the stem of the problem is that nose, that thing that's going people's nose, that headed for the United States, and all the rat-a-tat or yeah, that coming from the United States. So that ain't one of we problem now, bleeding all over the world, bleeding to Mexico, bleeding to Honduras and Nicaragua, bleeding to everywhere. So it's Trinidad getting a piece of it, you know what I mean? It ain't just your problem.
Kamla Prasad Bisasa attacked the government's position that an SOE was not initially its preferred strategy because of the inconvenience it can cause businesses and the public.
But why didn't you think about over 5,000 people and their families?
Prasad Bisasa argued that it seemed the government only sprang into action when gang members' lives were at stake.
Is it that only because it was like one gang fighting another gang? Was it done to protect the gang members? Or was it done to protect the people of Trinidad and Tobago?
Now, she talking pure dotishness. I got to tell you right now, like, what? So you feel they really making moves to protect the gang members? Yo, that's good for a sound bite. But, you know what I mean? If you really think about it, we all know that's dotishness, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, I ain't even going to play that woman no more. Look, we all know what the problem is. We just don't know the solution, all right?
It's an accusation that drew the ire of the Prime Minister.
That man speaks as an offensive statement, and I reject it out of hand.
With respect to the need for the SOE's extension, opposition MP Saddam Hussein argued,
the emergency powers regulation and the existing law is really the same thing.
Hussein said the SOE is simply looking to put a plaster on crime for quick political points.
When 6 Dan,
Tyson, all that man, you know what I mean, the Lion, all of them, you know what I mean? Yo, check this out, man. You know the country in a bad state when you're looking for help from Saddam Hussein. That's all I'm going to tell you. When Saddam Hussein is the voice of reason, yo, you know your country in bad shape for real. You know what I mean? Hey, man. Yo, I praying for Trinidad for real, man. I ain't playing for Trinidad. I ain't playing mass this year. I ain't coming out there and playing no mass. None of that. I ain't jumping up. No renegades. No none of that. You feel me? You know what I mean? I go get my pepper mango from out here. I go into Allen's Bakery and yeah, that is it. That is it. Until Trinidad get together. That is it.
I think he's called 6 Dan or Tyson. When 6 Dan or Tyson house arrest is over, what happens?
However, government MP Stuart Young fired back. He said the SOE clearly broadens the police's powers outside of regular constitutional laws.
Don't come here and try to restrict the ability of the police in very limited circumstances under a last resort state of emergency from being given the powers to do what they need to do to make all of us law-abiding citizens that bit safer.
A simple majority is needed for the initial 3-month extension.
They're going to take an act of parliament, you know, because it ain't going to be done in 3 months. Like, look how long, you know what I mean, Trinidad has been fighting for some semblance of peace. But this really not a gang problem. This an economic problem. Like going to the comments, I had a brethren say in the comments, say, yo, when the lions are full, everybody, the rest of the animals get to walk the jungle peacefully. Even though lions ain't in the jungle, they in the plain, but still, you get what I'm saying? If the lion's hungry, you got these young lions starving, man, it's going to be hell for everybody. It's going to be hell for everybody. So until we find a way to share the resources in a more equitable manner, you know what I mean? If we don't have no hope for the youth and them, the youth going to hit the street, and it's going to be chaos.